you take it well.
Yes.
What an evening.
Time will tell.
Do you do a lot of this kind of speaking?
Not anymore.
No.
I've lost a script. I mean, it was an old script. It had been faithful for many years, as you noticed.
Yes.
And as one or two other people noticed.
I'll come to that in a moment. I think we ought to describe the exact scenario because you were asked to come along and talk at a men-only club. There are no ladies allowed to be men. Not that, so please. And there is a certain amount of aggravation because the ladies would like to be part of the club. You'll see that unfold as well. And David didn't realise that the club uniform is a very attractive sash and a very, very nice beret. And there's a song they sing in Latin, which you were invited to join in with.
It's the benefits of a good education.
And you did storm out, didn't you?
I left.
OK, it was unfair.
We'll come back to that.
It was unfair because we got David's agent to give us the script, so everyone in the room knew the punchline to the gags and knew exactly what was coming. And you'll start off by seeing the chairman briefing David about what will happen that evening.
Number one, no ladies. Number two is hiding the guest speaker behind the curtain. What happens is I'll give you a little introduction, and at the end of it, they all cry out, "So who's behind the curtain?" The thing is, on the previous functions, two in fact, Oliver has been stopped by the police. That's okay. So I wondered, could you possibly plot that into the speech? Because it'll go down a bomb if somewhere along the line you can mention.
I've got an old game.
You know, it personalises it.
Right, okay.
You know, and he got stopped by the police. He's been stopped twice now.
What is he?
He's a wine merchant. What I'll do is I'll keep you posted as to what's happening, David, just to... OK.
Nice.
Yes, you won't be in the dark. Brilliant.
Right, well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, don't climb out the window, please. That's splendid, David. Thank you. Just being really coming now.
Is anything the matter?
I'll be all right.
You? What are you doing?
Well, it's their game. I'm new to this game.
You're playing hide and seek or something?
Almost. Yeah.
You're David Gower, aren't you?
The speaker is Dennis, isn't it? Traditionally, they hide the speaker, you see.
Oh, I see. Can I have your autograph for my son?
Yes, sure.
Thank you. Have you got
What's that like with?
Mr. Chairman
book, I think.
and brother fellows, I am really extremely pleased to be able to announce...
You don't want me to get you rescued or
will be ready. But he is with us now tonight, so...
Before we start, we all know we have to sing the club song.
Is the tune on? Guardians. Oh, sorry. Te non imponimus tales credos David Gower. I can honestly say this is the most extraordinary meeting I've ever been to. Congratulations to them, of course, and I'm delighted to see it too, if from a distance. I mean, that's the good news. The bad news is it does look rather... Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'll come to you in a moment. I will come to you in a moment, I promise you. Excuse me a moment.
Did I? Sorry.
Did you provide this?
Well, you're not drinking any.
Job lot, isn't it? You've been to Barbados, to Antigua, St. Lucia. Carry on, please. That's fine, carry on.
Ignore him, David.
It's obviously bought well in advance when Australia were winning.
Champagne, I think, but...
Anyway, so the same thing happened again second. Well, by the end of the over, or by the fifth ball of the over, Malcolm had sort of worked himself up into a bit of a lather. And at the end of this fifth ball, Malcolm's followed through, and he's arrived within about a foot of Graham's nose. And Geoffrey Dujon has tossed the ball back to Malcolm, who's held the ball there. And he's looked at Graham. And Malcolm stood there with about a foot from Graham. And he's saying to Graham, "Man, you see that?" There's a wall there.
Keep going.
Thank you. Malcolm stood there and just in front of Graham Gooch. He said, "Man, you see this here, this ball, it red, it roamed."
Is he from Cornwall then, David?
He said, "Man, I'll try it again. Man, you see this here, it red, it round, it made 11, now you try and hit it." And the next ball is short and quick, but Graham's quickly onto the back foot and hits it very hard, very high, over the stands, down
You
the
go
road,
and
down
get that
towards
one,
the
you know
harbour.
what it looks like.
Coming here at all.
Sorry.
Anyway, so there was Graham Gooch walking down the road next day. Yes, sir, I rather got stopped in full flow there. I do apologise.
No, I'm sorry. No, we apologise.
I do apologise if you have been to another cricket club dinner where some similar story might have been told with different names and they've been shuffled around tonight. It's just one of the things that tends to happen when you pop in round about the country now and again. The true thing about the one game of cricket we did win on that
Well,
tour
the book that is.
was that the BBC, in their wisdom and out of force of habit, reported we'd lost it. Delighted to be here tonight, Oliver. Very lucky to get here tonight. I was following Oliver in the car. He spotted us actually just at the roundabout at the top and said, I'll... Settle for it.
That was rather poor taste, actually, because our chairman has actually been taken in by the police a couple of times, going away from one of these.
Yeah, no, I've heard it. That's why I'm actually...
Well, I don't think it's really the time or the place to bring that up. Because he's invited David here and that, you know, I just think that's a bit much, that's all.
That's enough.
How did you get here tonight?
I'm not going home the same way I came, that's all.
Actually, I'm sort of a bit reluctant to carry on this for you.
What happened to our honoured guest?
Do feel, though, ladies, that this protest could be made at a different time.
It's been that's enough.
Whatever apparent grievance you might have, believe you me, from experience the last 20 minutes, you're very well off not being here.
They wouldn't behave like that.
You never know. My word, that's very pretty. In fact, I mean, coming from a game where Lords is still one of the remaining bastions that don't allow them in the pavilion, there's another argument there where what a very sensible argument. I'm delighted to accept this very prestigious award. I couldn't have done it without my manager, my agent,
And me.
and this gentleman at the end of the table. Look at you.
It's all right.
You missed out my best lines.
What, yeah. What, the ones we would have had to bleep if we left them in?
Something like that.
I think it's brilliant. Well done for keeping your cool there. David Gower.